Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Dad here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going back to Lovebites because it's been a while. I'm trying to pick up a list of bands and things I haven't done in a while or haven't done at all. But today it's Lovebites. I will have Nightwish, Epica, and Bandmates still coming. Maybe not this week, but in the coming week or two. So anyway, just be ready for that, and we're just going to go right into Lovebites. We Are the Resurrection, official live video from the Memorial for the Warrior. I can't read it, it's cut off. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a listen. Let's see what they got. I think I've only done 2 Lovebite songs, and I think they were both covers. I think one was Painkiller and one was Eagle Fly Free from Halloween. So I think this might be, don't take my word for it because I'm an old guy with no brain cells, but this might be the first Lovebites video that I've done that is an original of theirs. So I'm interested to see what this has to offer. All right, sorry for that kitty interruption there. That's my big black cat. She's quite a thing. I'm going to start over again. But if you ever wonder why I say cool cats and kittens, is because I'm a cat guy, and that's one of my big chonkers. Big chonky. He's a chonky boy, even though she's a girl. Let's start over so I can pay attention this time. Okay. Got you. Yeah! Before I get back to that riff again, wow, you know what? This reminds me of my childhood, well, my high school years anyway, a lot. Very 80s speed metal sort of thing. And I know I compare them, like, their sound to, like, Halloween, because that's one of my favorite, one of my favorite German bands that I love, like power or slash speed metal. I don't know what genre I specifically would call this, but it's the Halloween genre. Halloween genre, and I'm digging it because it's very, very nostalgic, but also, new, and that's, I think, one thing that newer bands are doing, the ones that get really popular, is they mix this sort of nostalgic feel. Like, this is like 80s speed metal all the way, but like Freeze the Fall does like 2000s kind of metal, and like The Warning does kind of some pop punk and classic rock, like, you know what I mean? They have all these influences, and I'm not saying they're copying anybody, and I'm not comparing any of these bands that I've mentioned. I'm just saying that they all do the smart, what I consider the smart thing, is to take elements that people recognize and create new elements or arrange those old elements and new elements in different ways so it's instantly recognizable. So it's like, oh, this is familiar, or at least the tones, guitar tones, the speed, the sound, that's all familiar, but it's done differently, and the lyrics obviously are differently, and the song is differently. the song is different. Um, I don't know. That was a rant. I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, before we get back into it, I gotta say, speaking of the '80s, like her guitar there, the Flying V, that is so 1980s, and I'm here for it. And I bet they're getting into like a solo part or a breakdown part, and then to the bridge. But yeah, digging the white outfits too. Um, I don't know their names. I'm sure I will. So you'll tell me, or I'll look it up later. But it's been quite a while since I've done Love Bites, at least over a month. So, anyhow, let's go. Yeah, smiling. There you go. Some tapping. Tap that fretboard. Woo! All right. Now we're getting past the solo part. And okay, here's another example of something I really dig about the bands that you guys are leading me down the roads to. Is look at her. She's like, yeah, I'm. She's like on fire with the guitar. She's loving what she's doing. I saw some shots of the drummer smiling, the bass player smiling. Everybody's like, yeah, we're here. Let's do this. And it's quite a change from, I've seen some bands, and I know it varies from style to style what's kind of like the thing to do when you're in a band. Like, if you're a shoegaze band, you're not going to be jumping all over the place, right? You're going to be like droning on, and it's all about the groove and stuff, right? But with bands like Lovebites and other rock/metal bands, fun is like the key to the whole thing. If you're not having fun when you're up there playing rock and roll, what are you even doing, right? And bandmates always like this. Lovebites, in this video especially, is like that. I dig that. I really, really do. There's too few bands around that really are ecstatically joyful about the music that they're playing and the energy that the crowd is giving. The crowd is giving. They're giving the energy that they're giving the crowd is fed back to them. Boom, 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 back and forth. It's ping ponging, and I'm here for it. Let's go. Smile. Beat go, double pedal, double bass, pedal. Yeah. Raise my head. Woo. Woo. Now that's how you get it done. That's how you revive the 80s speed metal and really bring it back to life and do it in a fresh, new way, in a way that excites the crowd, but also you're just thrilled to be on stage playing it. And that's the kind of energy I like to see in a concert, in a show that I go to. And a lot of shows I go to do have that energy, But there's some that I've been to that were just like, come on, guys or girls, you're boring us. Please do something besides stand like a statue. And I know that a lot of musicians actually consciously work on their stage presence like that. They're not just natural. You don't just go on stage naturally and just you know what I mean? Do stuff. You have to, you got to practice it. You got to break out of your comfort zone, right? Because sometimes, right, when you're on stage, I've done community theater, and so this is where my information and my expertise lies. You've got to act bigger than life on stage, right? And you're thinking to yourself, wow, this looks really silly, right? And if you bring the silliness up to just a little hair past what you think is too much, is going to be just enough, right? And honestly, I think the energy in a concert can be underwhelming. But I don't think there's a limit to the top, right? To how much you can go and go crazy, right? I mean, if you want to know what I mean, take a look at Stand in Line by Midnight Oil, live, Oils on Water live. If you want to see energy, that's some energy. And that was that's crazy. Anyway. I'm rambling. What I'm saying is, A, I love the song. B, it brought back nostalgia for me from the 80s, my heavy metal and speed metal days from the 80s. And it also brought something new to the table. And everyone's having fun. The crowd's having fun. The band's having fun. And that is what rock and roll and heavy metal is all about. And anyway, that's it. Peace.